Um. Okay, are we going to
Do
move on
have a timeline.
to Vikram Vedha?
Yes. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
So before we do that, I'm going to address the camera. I'm
Hmm.
addressing YouTube now. Okay. So we've just finished our deep dive of Kaidi. And we're going to start our deep dive of Vikram Vedha now. We did talk a little bit about Vikram Vedha in the Kaidi video. So if you haven't seen that, go back and watch that and then come back and watch this. Okay, great. Let's start.
Um, so I have a lot to say about this one, to say the least. Um, for one, this intro animation, I need some context. I
Okay.
didn't really understand what the purpose of this was before getting into the first
And I
story.
knew you wouldn't. So I think
Like,
that's why I mean no. I feel like had you understood this, the backstabbing and the plots in the film,
yep.
you wouldn't have seen it as like what is going on. You would have seen it as like, oh my god, this is so
Hmm.
the animation is an animation of a folklore um of the Vedalam, which is a demon, and King Vikramaditya. So that's the king.
Oh,
And
shit.
so that's where our characters get their names from. So Vikram,
Hmm.
who is the cop, and then Veda, who is the
The monster.
the criminal who is
Yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to represent the
Oh, yeah,
demon,
yeah.
right?
Right, right.
Um
Interesting.
so basically I don't know sort of verbatim what the folklore is, but I think I did write it down so I could explain it to you. Hold on.
Yeah, that's interesting though, because the whole plot is like what is good, um,
And
the
yeah.
subjectivity of morale and but also the likeness of the two, right? So there's one line where Veda told Vikram like we're the same, when he's being interrogated, he's like we're the same person basically.
Hmm.
Um, how does that apply to the folklore with the demon? Like, is the king portrayed
So
as similar to the demon?
hold on. So I think in the folklore, the demon basically tests the king, and then every time the king sort of answers, the demon gets away. And then there's sort of this loop where like the king is constantly being tested and then the demon gets away. I
Mhm.
think so. I think that's what they're trying to emanate here. But
I see.
um not in the same, it's not like a, again, it's not like a verbatim sort of like retelling of the folklore. So they use
Okay.
they use sort of like police corruption, Vikram's own sort of moral blindness as the plot, the sort of like, so every time Veda turns around and asks Vikram a question, a riddle per se, I don't know whether you noticed, but like as soon as Vikram finds the answer, Veda's gone. That that's the only sort of thing they're taking from the folklore. The actual
Hmm.
things that they're making Vikram think about, that's, I don't think it's like anything to do with the folklore.
Mm.
Um
Okay.
yeah, I don't know if I explained that well.
No, no, that does make sense. And then the part where basically the demon was like, "Let me tell you a story," and then he tells the king the story of Vikram Veda. Um, but then within that story, you have Veda telling multiple stories, so it's like a story within a story
So,
at that point.
the first time I watched it, I also thought the same thing. I I think so this sort of intro sequence, the animation is more for the viewer. It's nothing to do with the plot. So it's not
Right.
like the demon is telling the king the story of Vikram and Veda as we know them in real life.
But I don't know. I think there might be a little bit more to that though, because they have Inception uh references in the story. I'm trying to find the specific cover art.
Hi Harry, thank you. I also hate you. Welcome to the chat. Can someone
Okay,
permaban from this? Okay, whatever. Harry, shut up, man.
right here. So this was like um the original title art for the
Inception.
movie Inception.
Yeah.
Um, and that's literally what they're basically doing here.
Ah.
So I think there is kind of like a like not dream within a dream, it's just like story within a story kind of thing going on.
Ah.
And especially the way it
That's
ends when
interesting.
it comes back to the animation at the end though. So I think it's trying to say like this animation is actually like we actually are hearing a story within a story
Oh, you actually
kind
just
of thing.
blown my mind.
That's just how I put it together, at least. I would
That's
love to see if someone else
interesting.
has a
Okay.
different thought. But that's what stuck out to me. And I love Christopher Nolan, so of course that would
That's actually very that's
stand
also
out.
that's I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you're right, because even just within like the Vikram and Vedha story, like it's so intricate and so well written
Oh
that
yeah. And it folds in on itself so many times as
yeah.
well. And almost rewrites itself at certain points as well. Um I thought this intro was funny because I didn't know what tone this movie was going to take, right? I just come off, Kaiti, so I was kind of expecting a bit more of like a serious type of, more action-packed film, but I found this being very comedic at times. I found it being very lighthearted at times. Um,
That'd
action.
be Vedha's the delivery of lines, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I like, but even like this whole part, I don't know. It was hard for me to tell like how serious this movie took itself. Because like this whole part is just such a like this guy's just such a gung ho police officer. It almost seems like a meme.
But
He's like,
I
"Oh,
that's
you ain't shooting? All right, bet I'ma shoot." You know what I mean? Like it's just
yeah.
like it's kind of funny. Like this dude's just so blood hungry as a cop. It makes no sense. And
That's
then he's like flexing on them too. Like he just got that kill, and he's like, "Oh, thanks, I appreciate it." And he's like, "Oh yeah, gun." This little gun shake. Yeah, gun. But
I
yeah.
feel like that's probably because of the whole thing is like he's so Vikram at the start of the
Mhm.
film is very much so justice without context, right? He will shoot first as
Okay.
because all he knows is that, that building is full of criminals, they all need to go.
Right.
But
Right. Okay. Yeah.
obviously we know that that wasn't
The case,
the case.
particularly. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Actually, the first person he kills was an
mm,
innocent, technically.
yeah. But
That's.
like you said, he is very gung ho as a police officer,
Mhm.
and I
Yeah.
think Veda through his riddles, his storytelling, his flipping his perspective on things is what changes that. Because like I don't know if you remember, but at some point in the film, Vikram was like, I can tell by looking someone in the eyes whether they're a criminal or not.
Yeah.
You look
Like
this
that
boy in
whole
the eyes and
segment.
you went, so
Yeah. Yeah. Right. True. But like, and then he has that segment with the kid who apparently he killed the father of. He's like,
and then he
coming to
yeah
apologize.
yeah
Yeah, and the kid tries to kill him, and then I think I have the same shirt actually. And he just like just hugs the kid, loves him until he forgives him. I thought that part was a bit cheesy. Honestly, I was like, that's a bit much. Like this kid just completely changed his mind just because he had a forceful hug. I was like, okay, now I see what kind of character they're trying to make him out to be.
yeah.
But it was pretty funny. Um, let's see. No, this but segments like this, like I thought that this whole breath was pretty cool. But then
Oh,
he dodges the bullet. Like they both technically dodge the bullet, but the way that he dodges the bullet looks like he's like doing like some Matrix move. And then he says some comment like, "Oh yeah, that would have killed you, by the way. Like if I wasn't there, you would have been dead."
oh yeah. I
It's so
mean,
funny. Look, immediately too. I don't know, it's very cocky, very
he's kind of intolerable at this point to me,
it
because
kind of was coming off like that, yeah.
immediately, because what we're typically used to is that the cop is the good guy,
Twirls
he
the
is the
gun.
hero, right? And
Mhm,
Madhavan, so the guy who's acting as Vikram, he plays heroes. He doesn't play. I've
mhm.
not known him to play. That is a lie. He played someone very intolerable in Lesa Lesa. If you know, you know. Anyways, he typically plays the hero.
Okay.
And Vijay Sethupathi, the guy who played Vedha, he's oh my god, he's a phenomenal actor. He can play the hero, he can play the villain, like either way, which is
Mm,
why he was a fantastic pick for this character. Anyways,
mm,
um, I went into it the first time watching thinking he's gonna be a cop that I love. He's gonna be the perfect cop. But then he goes and he shoots everyone. At this point, I'm still like, it's after he shoots everyone
mm,
and then he wipes his prints off or whatever, excuses his
mhm.
team, and was like, okay, it's fine, we'll just write it off, put the gun in that hand and make it look like this. I was like,
Yeah, exactly. That part was so
I
sketchy to
don't
me. Like
like you. I don't,
he
we're gonna have
clearly
to
knows
change
what
this
he's doing.
immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, he clearly knows what he's doing.
He
Like
is
he's
part of the problem.
Mhm.
Like just because he thinks he's a like his sense of morality is justice. The law is it, and I'm gonna follow
Is
it to the T.
absolute,
So
yep.
everything that I do is right.
Mhm.
But it's not.
And whether or not what he's doing is wrong, he justifies it as if because I'm doing it, it's right.
Yeah.
100%. I think the whole dynamic with this part with yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, it seems like they're like joking because like he has the guitar cues, like the guitar twang cues whenever he like steps in and stuff like that, or does something or makes like an executive decision. I'm like, I don't know if they're trying to make him out to be like a meme cop or something. Because I did kind of feel like that sometimes.
Mm. Um, One thing that I didn't notice this until I read it online somewhere, but while we're watching through it, like take note of it. Someone said that Vikram starts off with a white shirt, and then through the movie, his shirts sort of get like darker. He starts wearing like beige and khaki, and then he ends up wearing a black shirt. And then
Uh,
with Veda, he starts off in a black shirt, and then he ends up in something white. So that's
Does he?
apparently, I'm not sure. I read that, so maybe as we like watch through, we
So
should we should
it's funny that you say that because like in the segment where Veda turns himself in and then he's being interrogated, I was like, they definitely have them in opposing colors for a reason. Like they're
mhm,
trying to say like they are like yin yang type of
mhm,
situation
mhm.
going on. I really liked how he played this role or this scene, but when he revealed that his wife was going to be representing him as a lawyer, it
Yeah.
was so funny. I'm like, there's no way they're actually gonna make that a point of tension. But I
But
mean,
I
I kind
think
of liked it. It was pretty
they did
funny.
it, I think, beautifully.
I think they did so too. And it's funny because it's like that could be so messy so quick, and you can make that such a convoluted relationship dynamic.
Mm,
But I do think they handled it well, and I like how they made it so like they kind of made it a way for them to for him and his wife to kind of close in their bond as well toward the end when he was like, let's just keep work outside and then, once we come home, we for a husband and wife. I thought that was pretty
yeah.
cool. It's like that's sweet. Um, but yeah, no, and then this awesome shot. I think it was actually in the same scene. No, that's the first story. I think it's when it started. Yeah, 31:30. This part.
So
So
good looking.
right
That face
after
card. Sorry.
he does have some really glowing skin for sure. So I love this part where like you're having the people question him. He's obviously being very stoic, not saying much. And then they're like transitioning, like doing hidden transitions with these characters to show that different people are talking to him, but it's like all stitched into one take
Mhm,
and they do
mhm.
it so smoothly. It's so nice. Like this is the third person that's
Mm.
been interrogating him at this point. And then you get the shadow from the backside, and then it's a completely new person coming out. I love that. It's such a simple tool, but it's so effective when it's done
I
properly.
feel like I've seen a shot like this before in I don't think
Mhm.
you would have seen it. But maybe in I don't know if anyone's seen Broadchurch. It's a UK crime thriller type of situation, but like it's they're in an
Okay.
interrogation room and I feel like I've seen a shot like this before in that. But I don't know.
Mm. It's a very common like it's definitely not something that I haven't seen before, but it's
Mm.
one of those things where it's like when you see it and it's done well, you just appreciate it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
facts.
it's a very, very common style shot for sure. Um,
I don't know how common it is for South Asian cinema, or like Tamil cinema
that's
specifically.
true.
So
That is true,
that's yeah.
actually. It's a very good point. I have not seen it in South Asian cinema before this point. Didn't even think of that. Um, this part was so funny to me. Like he gets the shades and they actually give him a full-fledged like aura segment for this. I thought it was so funny. He's like, "Show me how you look in them." Puts them on and then and it goes on for like a little bit too long, which makes it so
Oh,
funny.
this is very typical, I think, for this actor.
It so to well, not even just the
It's just
actor, but like
in Tamil cinema, in South Asian cinema,
exactly,
Indian
exactly, and
cinema.
it's so funny. They really did
Hey,
it.
do you know what it is? It makes Veda as a character just so much more likable. You go
It
in
does.
thinking that he is going to be the one that you're like, no, 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 we want to bring him down, but it adds
Right.
so much depth. I'm like, I'm on his side. I like him.
No, 100%. 100%. By the end of the movie, you do like Veda more, and I feel like they did and maybe they focused on Veda a little bit too much in terms of like humanizing him, but I feel like you definitely feel for Veda more than
Mm.
at least I
Then
did.
Vikram.
Yeah, I did. Like Vikram started kind of seeming like a caricature toward the end, whereas
It's
Veda actually felt like a fleshed out character,
it's I feel like
you
it's
know?
because oh, what do you call it? Veda becomes the moral compass, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like
hmm
given that we start off with knowing that he is a crime boss, he is a criminal,
hmm
you can't you need to humanize him in order for him to
hmm
become a believable moral compass. And things
Right,
like this
right.
I think add to that. Otherwise it's
No,
like
100%.
when he's telling his stories, I feel like I wouldn't have been able to connect with him if it wasn't for these sort of little bits in the middle.
No, 1,000%. And they knew that. Like they made the whole story bit a part of his character, I think, because they probably would have had a challenge trying to, you know, give enough exposition of his backstory in a way that flows with the story without making the audience feel like they're getting dumped. So they're like, you know what? Let's make these stories a part of his character, so
Mm,
that way it doesn't feel like an exposition dump. It's just a continuation of the already present story.
mm,
So I think it was clever in that regard, and it never felt like it was doing too much or that it was out of character. So I do like it, and I again like it did make me like Veda a lot more toward the end, especially when it comes to like his the whole reason he even got into crime. How it wasn't even because he wanted to be a crime lord or anything like that.
yeah, he just wants to
Um,
look after his little brother. Like,
exactly, exactly. That's the only thing. So like it's it was an honorable reason to do a dishonorable thing. Basically,
yeah.
is what Veda's character kind of puts himself in.
Um, hi Chico, Malik. Chico's asking, why aren't you live? Also, welcome
Chico
to
has
the
been
chat.
hawking my live, like not me being live, but she's been like on my ass about going live.
Why haven't
Chico,
you been live? Actually, that's a good point.
it's it's kind of a complicated story. I just owe a lot of business work right now, and
Oh,
I don't want to like I
go
just don't want to
live when you're
broadcast.
supposed to be doing
Yeah,
work for other. I get it. I get it. I get you.
even though I kind of do it already, but it's like I don't want to put that in front of the people that could potentially see it.
Yeah,
So.
fairs. Fair enough.
I'll be getting caught up here pretty soon though, and I'll be getting on a 3-day week schedule.
You know, that being
That's the goal.
said, can we get claps in the chat for Malik, please, for giving up his time and doing this when he's so busy? And also, I'm just gonna give you a really quick shout out.
I appreciate it. No, I mean it's a pleasure for me, obviously. It was good to kind of take a break from all of that. But yeah, as soon as this is done, I'm going right back to that and getting that stuff finished. Because I do want to get back into streaming, because now that I have my business kind of working on its own as a brand, I don't need
Mm.
to associate my personal brand to my business anymore. Because I'm working on expanding it, and I appreciate the follow. More Harry, thank you so much. Um,
Just so you know, Harry smells. He smells like big, big doo doo. Carry on, sorry.
Okay. That's such a drop. Um,
Now,
but yeah, no,
we
like,
love Harry over here sometimes.
no, I appreciate it, Harry. Uh, what was I saying? Something about my business. Yeah, now that I'm like expanding it and whatnot. Oh, thank you, Bunda. You are now officially a crew member. I keep forgetting to say that. See, I'm trying to like get my whole fucking like
I get you. I get you. Like
style and stuff going.
yeah.
But yeah, I do want to stream more often, so I'm happy that I'm able to separate business and pleasure at this point, but we'll get there. Um, what is the next part that I want to bring up? Oh yeah, that the kids segment when they're tossing around the drugs. I thought that sequence was actually pretty cool, but it's just so
Let's watch
funny
it.
when you think of the logistics and the implications of it. Like how much they said that one sack was like $50,000, right? When the girl got caught,
Hmm.
it was something like that, right? So that means they gave these kids like probably close to $1 million just dumping it off of that, and they're just throwing it around. I don't know. It's a really cool sequence. I haven't seen
But
anything
it's
like
because
this
they have
before,
that much
so
confidence. They know that the kids will not. Oh no, but the kids were right. They know that
some of them did get caught, yeah,
this is.
or one
But
of
it's
them.
so common for people in positions like that to use children to do their dirty work.
Mm.
It's yeah. Oh, Polly.
Yeah,
Damn,
I've seen it
what a good
done
kid.
in the US before, but like to this like to a big group, I think it's pretty funny because like in the US, yeah, you'll get like someone using a child as a mule because they won't get, go to jail for as
Yeah,
long or whatever. But just this whole sequence of seeing the kids like dodging the cops and like all of them passing it back and forth, it was really fun. I
yeah.
liked it.
This guy's such an ick, man. Really
I haven't seen
vexes
him
me.
in.
Also,
Does
Chandra
he
is
always play
such
like the kind of characters?
no, not the actor, the character.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, but yeah, this girl, naughty. She's so naughty.
Chandra.
Yeah. Oh, but the way that she
This guy's
died, her
pretty cute
death
though.
was undeserved.
Yeah. Yeah, I was honestly I felt so bad like the fact that they actually killed off both of these characters. I was like, couldn't like Veda have like at least one of them, you know what I mean? Like one of them to protect or something. But they had to take it all away. I was like, wow, okay. It's a bit sad. That's why I really think that Veda is the main character in this,
I
actually.
think he is.
Like, yeah. It just takes him a little bit to get introduced, that's all.